Hello everyone, welcome to the Ownahome, the NDTV show. You know, here at Ownahome, we are committed to giving you insider real estate gist. So today, on a more somber, on a more sober note, we are going to be doing some investigation on the ill-fated, fatal collapse of a tower in Ikoyi along Gerrard Road. It happened on the 1st of November, Monday, and we're going to be finding out who this developer is. We're going to be finding more details about this particular project and what must have caused the collapse. So let's get to it. So the tower that collapsed is part of a collection of 3 towers at Ikoyi called the 360 Towers by Fourscore Homes. Fourscore Homes is owned by Femi Osibona, and he's a developer with many years of experience, and he claims that he has properties in London, he's had properties in South Africa, and he's been in the scene for a very long time. And a few years ago, he came to Nigeria, did a project at Ikoyi as well. It almost frustrated him because he had to learn a lot. And now he came back with a bang. And these projects that he's doing at Ikoyi 3 along Gerrard Road, this is what he had to say about it. Our business 360 on Gerrard Road. Gerrard Road is still the most expensive road in Africa. I'm sure you know Gerrard Road. They want us to do high rise, but luckily for us, we are the only one that has a driveway that keeps you away from the noise of cars on the road. We are actually building a 7-star hotel. They are flats, but we make it feel like you are living in a 7-star hotel. Everything that is in a 7-star hotel you will have there, but the only difference is that you own the property. We have not advertised and have sold more than 50%. People who are buying from us are people who have bought from us in the past. And then he comes about to say practically everything you have in a 7-star hotel would be here. So who is this Femi Osibona? And during my checks, I found out that there were only 2 pictures I saw of this guy. Basically practically just 1 picture I saw of this guy. And that's a picture that you can see right now. And there's another picture of him, not necessarily of him, but of his car that was parked close to his construction. And then Dele Momodu was defending him when somebody said that, a rich man parked his car and then forgot it or something along that line. So apart from that and like 2 interviews that he did, that's the only digital footprint of this guy. And it begs the question, let's ask the question, what really went wrong? Because this man has done several projects in the UK, in South Africa, and these are places where there's lots taken, there's a lot of due diligence taken before developers actually build any structure. So the structural integrity is literally followed and adhered to. So the word on the street is that this tower collapsed under the impact, under the weight of substandard materials. And I have spoken about Femi Osibona like 2 or 3 times on this channel. First was when Pastor Matthew Oshimolowo was hyping him up and hyping all of his investments. Then again, when I did the video about why Sanwo Olu is best friends with Lagos developers. And when I did that video, I was literally still praising this guy because his story was very, very touching. And when I was preparing for that video and I saw the building, I don't know, I'm not really into construction, and very soon I'm going to tell a civil engineer, a civil engineer friend to actually come and do stuff about it. But I just felt like something was off the way the off-plan buildings were looking. It just felt a bit kind of skewed to me. But information coming into light are stating that this building was supposed to be a 15-story high-rise. 15-story high-rise only. And there's this letter circulating online of the engineering company that was supposed to handle it, and then this engineering company comes ahead to pull out because they want to add more structures to it. We can neither confirm nor deny the veracity of the claims or the authenticity of this document, but here is an issue, because these developers, they sell these properties off plan, and which he did, and at the time of him doing the interview that he did, he said that 50% had been sold, and not long after that he sold every single property off plan. He sold every single property off plan, and I think that was earlier this year or late last year. Even in that same article, he talked about some of the challenges that they were facing during the construction and in construction. So he says, well, I'm sure you know Ikoyi will continue going up. Recently, they increased the approval fee and other things going into hundreds of millions. Cement is going high and land is going for 800 million per square meter. What I understand about Ikoyi is when you build a property, don't build for someone that will buy to rent, but for someone that will live in there themselves. That means your property must be very, very nice. And he now tells us that, what they are even doing in Ikoyi is merely 2% of what they intend to do in Nigeria. But that's yet to be seen, because nobody knows if this guy is done out here. Nobody knows if this guy is done out here in this street. So he's talking about the cost and the price of doing stuff, the price of increasing price of cement, and most times developers back themselves into the corner when they take money from investors off plan, because as the things seem to rise, prices of stuff seem to rise, they now start projecting that they may not even make as much profit as they originally intended. And so it's either they raise the costs for people that are going to subscribe later, which is most people do, because most people don't necessarily sell out at once. But for somebody that has a track record like this, people bought into it too early, and then probably he starts development and sees that rising cost of cement, rising cost of this and that. Let's actually let's hedge this further, and let's either compromise on materials for building, compromise on materials for construction, and as this has said, let's also add more floors. And I know when I was doing my research back then, I saw 15 floors, and right now in the news, everything that is flying out is saying 21 floors. So people decided that even though we have laid the foundation, we've laid the slab, we have done everything we're supposed to do, let's add more to maximize profit. And their website says it's 65% sold out. But word on the street was that this thing was currently sold out before. So where did the 65%, why did it come from 100 to 65%? So did these people actually put more units and then use substandard materials just for profit? These are the issues. Does it start with the developer? Does it start with the regulators? Does it start with what? Who does it start? Who does the buck lie on? Like, who is responsible for this? And that's why I have a problem with the fact that these people are too close to the governor, because these people don't necessarily seek the right approval. They don't necessarily go through the correct types of checks, because if you have money and if you're a developer, you can just pay off somebody, you can call up who knows who. This is the whole nonsense that is happening in Banana Island. People are reclaiming land, government will say stop, people still continue doing what they are doing, because once you know the governor, once you know some politician, once you know developers are a special child. And this is just wrong, and this is just so sad. People have lost their lives, lost livelihoods. Each of these apartments we're going on, these flats we're going from $1 million to $1.3 million. Everything now is in a rubble. And people are also, of course you have to ask the question, has the integrity of the other two towers been compromised as well? What is going to happen? Is it going to be pulled down? Is he done out here? Because this is disastrous. I don't see him coming back from this. This is very, very, very disastrous. Maybe he can't come back from this, but I think that out of respect for people that are affected by this, even investors, is he going to pay back investors? What's like, this is a disaster class. And I feel so sorry for him. I feel so sorry for, the investors that are involved. We don't know the way forward, but knowing that he's still also the special child of the government, we hope the government doesn't just pull this under the rugs. A thorough investigation should take place, checks should take place, and people should be brought to book. But that's as far as we know about this particular case on Gerrard Road by Femi Osibona's Fourscore. And even the Fourscore, their websites, they don't really have much information. And he has been riding on the coattails of all of his successful projects, and even the people that he bought, which he said the people that bought off plan bought because of they know what he has done. He has a really, really solid track record. So to just see this happen is very, very sad. And we pray for the departed that their souls rest in peace, and for the bereaved that they will be comforted. And as details on this continue to unfold, we would update you here on this channel. Thank you so very much for watching. Kindly like, kindly drop your comments. What do you think? Subscribe, and I'll see you in the very next video. Here at Ownahome, we believe that owning a home should not make you lose sleep, so we are committed to giving you the very best property recommendation and insider real estate gist.